go for it. Okay, but like I said, Sympathy of the Night. Hopefully, the stuff that I got from the Discord call will help me finish this game, because I'm having a really good time with it. It's just that the game is really hard. Like, it does not hold your hand at all. But I love the gothic horror vibe that it gives. Like, it's got... Like, it's a Japanese take on, like, Western fantasy, which is what I really appreciate. Oh, every new cultist were just mini Moris? Oh! Yeah, it's probably good that I didn't contribute to the cult, then. And hello, Trends! Welcome, welcome! You know what, just for the lulz. Okay. Oh. Well, that could be a problem. My controller is not working. You can hear the button clicking, but nothing is happening. Because I was not into the window. I have one Twitch cultist. See, but did you have fun, though, Maury? Because I heard that Cult of the Lamb's a pretty fun game. I just never really got into it. Hey, thank you for the head pats. Let's see. Had trouble finding those pats. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with the trying to find the word, the cost of a lot of those, because I know that some of them are just like outrageously expensive, and then others are just like, what? Also, the game is really quiet. Let me fix that audio real quick. Oh, I know why it's quiet, because over the Discord call, I switched the audio down because it was like unusually loud, so that's why it's quiet. There we go. Now you can actually hear the music. There we go. Also, just want to pop in and say hi, but popping out now since I'm doing some VR. But yeah, have fun then. Hey! Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the follow, Maury. Hope you have a good time, my friend. Okay. So I've not been in here. Audio is still a little off, so I'll just do that. I also forgot how to jump because I haven't played this game in a while. Yeah, so one of the things that Tasty did was that he helped me get one of the best swords in the game, which is I believe it's called the Chrysogrim. Yeah, the Chrysogrim, and basically it just shreds everything. Like, it's so fast you can't even see the blades. It is very edgy and sharp. But, as I said, I hope everyone's having a good time today. I mean, it's Monday, so it's the start of a work week, so... But I don't have a traditional work schedule. And I honestly, like, you'd be hard-pressed to find a job that really does give you a traditional schedule of having the weekends off. Because a lot of the time, they'll have you just, like, work whatever days they need. Hey, Yaudimus, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see ya. Oh, this is just another portal room. Well, that was anticlimactic, but still. I mean, it's good to know that that's there. But yeah, how do you like my new cloak? I got my color scheme, blue, green, and my ears are in pain. Yeah, the game audio's been a little weird today, but... Yeah, and if you haven't, can I get a shout-out for Yaudimus in the chat? Yaudimus is another spirit streamer. They are very wonderful. They have a very wholesome vibe, and they are one of the sweetest spirits I know, so definitely go give them a follow. Still not as good as a hot pink cloak. What is being thrown at me? Oh. Why is the thing called Malachi when it's clearly Cthulhu? Yeah, so, like I said, I did a Discord call with Tasty to kind of get me up to speed and what items I need, because I was really struggling last time. So I spent a lot of time grinding and getting, like, certain weapons, and Tasty helped me get some of the best armors in the game, so I'm not struggling, but I didn't do any of the bosses or anything like that, so all the other content is still here. It's just that I'm way overpowered now. Whose chat message am I missing? That can't be Cthulhu because it would infringe on copyright laws, but yes, we should still be afraid like it is Cthulhu! Ah! The best part is, I know what that's referencing. Because the original quote goes something like this: "Run, it's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright law, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla, though it isn't." From, I believe that was an Austin Powers and Goldmember? Yeah, I mean, speaking of, like, bad translations in games. But that's okay. I think the bad translations give it a little bit more charm. Oh, this is the clock tower. Okay, I've already been in here, but I've not been down here. So, let me go down. Nope, that just leads me back there. Yeah, because isn't there another enemy called Cthulhu in this game that doesn't look anything like Cthulhu? Good lord, even with the Chrysogrim, that guy's not going down. Okay, so we will go with the Shield Rod. Even with the Shield Rod, I still died. What the hell? Well, I guess I'm not ready to fight all these bosses. Yeah, that was bullshit. Okay. So, no fooling around, I will go to where I need to be going. So, let's see here. It's kind of like I've got to observe my map here. Which direction? Right? Well, there's something here. No! Stop stealing my time stop, damn it! There we go. Hate it when the enemies steal my time stop. Don't you just love it when an enemy inconveniences you like that? Oh, hey, InstaFizz! I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see ya. I'm assuming this is the boss chamber. Yep. Are we fighting the mummy? No, we're fighting an Egyptian king. Wait, did I already kill him? That was anticlimactic as hell. He didn't even get, like, 2 feet out of his coffin. The Rib of Vlad. Akmodan II. Oh, he's dead again. I've never seen that boss last more than 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. But why is there mummies in Dracula's castle? Why do we have an Egyptian pharaoh in Dracula's castle, of all things? Like, Dracula's got, like, everything. Like, he just took, like, every potential villainous character from, like, Universal monster movies and just had them join forces. Like, I know there are some games that have Frankenstein in them. Oh, jeez, my controller. No, no! What is I lost control for a second there. It was going on its own. I couldn't do anything. Not gonna lie, it's been weird. I just put out my biggest project date, and I'm just like, what now? Well, hey, what was that big project that you're working on, InstaFizz? I'd love to hear about it. His collecting disorder got him surprised when he visited Egypt. I mean, there are Castlevania games, from my understanding, that take place in other parts of the world, so I'm not surprised. So, let's see. Well, if I keep going... Well, if I go up and then right, I can go down. So I'll do that. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time in VR chat lately. Like, last night I hung out with Crazy Wolf and Big, which is a lot of fun, and the night before I hung out with more friends. Yeah, so apparently this sword you could only get from one enemy in the game, and I spent like 30 minutes grinding it from this enemy called the Shmoo. See, that's Cthulhu, but it looks like nothing like Cthulhu. That looked more like just a standard demon. Like, Cthulhu is an eldritch god that lives at the bottom of the ocean. Basically, there's an entire second castle that's completely upside down. Friday Night Funkin' mod took over a year, and so many people helped. Permission to send link? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here, I'll take a look at it real quick. Seems like a neighbor's upstairs are, I don't know why I said mowing the lawn. They're clearly just vacuuming their carpet. But here, let me, open this up on... Yep, right here. So this is your mod? Yep, there's InstaFizz, director, project lead, all coding. Oh, you've even got, like, custom graphics and everything. That's incredible. And what I love about Friday Night Funkin' is that it's, like, it has so many connections to Newgrounds, and Newgrounds was, like, the place for, like, early internet, just, like, Flash content and so on. Like, I love that Friday Night Funkin' brought back that feel. I'll go ahead and watch the trailer, if that's okay with you. Okay, 48 seconds, that's not bad.
Hey, My name is Braxa, performer extraordinaire. Today's a very special day. I invited a talented singer named Boyfriend as a special guest to today's show. Oh, but he was just so fun to be around that I didn't want the show to end. I decided to sing with him some more behind the stage, and I even got my friends to try it out. Take my hand, friend. Welcome to the Aura Trio.
Oh my god! No, InstaFizz, your voice was great! Like, don't sell yourself short. That's incredible! Like, the music, the voiceover, everything was great. Like, don't sell yourself short, my friend. That's awesome. And another thing is that, like, I actually really appreciate Friday Night Funkin' because it brings back an older game, like, the style and gameplay of an older series that isn't really popular nowadays. Dance Dance Revolution, or Flash Revolution, with the arrows and everything. I mean, the style was really popular back in, like, the mid-2000s. But, yeah, like, really awesome. Foxart, no! Why are you throwing Master Balls at me? Hello, my friend. I hope you like throwing Master Balls at me. Luckily, my glasses are indestructible, so when you hit me with Master Balls, nothing happens. Because I cannot be caught. Like, you need to use a Power Ball to catch me. What? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? This isn't gonna get confusing when my familiar looks like the imps. Zawardo. You'll say I'm trying to take some time to myself now. You'll probably see me more often now. Good, good. Like, and congratulations on getting your project out there, and to your whole team, InstaFizz. That's awesome. Like, putting out a game mod like that, that's cool. Like, especially with all that work done in it, like the custom graphics and everything, that's really cool. Getting over the flu and lingering symptoms. Well, hey, I hope that this stream will be like a little bit of a relaxing break for you from that flu symptoms. I called to schedule a dental appointment. Take a guess how far out do they think they scheduled you? Probably like, I want to say at least a year. Because my dental appointment I had to reschedule back in last month, and they wouldn't be able to get me until March. I keep pressing the wrong button. Tomorrow? Oh, wow! So they actually are able to get you in a reasonable amount of time. Though I suppose sometimes if people cancel appointments, that gives them an opening slot, so it's a bit easier for them to get you scheduled. Yeah, that is insanely lucky. Because I have fillings that I have to get for my human form's teeth, and then I also have to get a, I also have to get cleaning done. Now you wonder why, like, you know, why does your human form have to get, like, dental care and stuff like that? Well, I mean, when I'm in a mortal coil, I mean, I still need to do, like, basic self-care. Living among humans is hard work, after all. Brushy, brushy. Yeah, I brush my teeth every night. So how do they clean your teeth, you know? Well, in my human form, when they clean my teeth, really it's just like anybody else. Like, I have to get the laughing gas usually whenever they do the fillings, because like I did it once without the fillings, and it was just like, I don't want to say it was traumatizing or anything like that dramatic, but it just was not a comfortable feeling, just like opening my eyes and seeing like two dudes like with their hands in my mouth with tools. It just was not the most pleasant thing. Whereas when I had the laughing gas, like, yeah, it was uncomfortable, but I felt like I was in a state of bliss. Like, I actually meditated while I was on the laughing gas. And I was just in my happy spot. Like, I was able to, like, see meditative, like, images of, like, the things that make me happy. So that stuff really works. And I'm really glad that it's valuable to people who need dental work done. I'm sure this won't go well. I haven't been to the dentist in, like, 15 years. No worries, Cranberry. Like, it wasn't until this or last year that I actually got to go to a dentist, because the last time I ever got dental work done was a free thing at my college. Oh, there's a way up there. Which, they did some fillings on my front teeth, but before that, I had never been to a dentist because I never had insurance. Oh, who want to see the TF2 medic with his hands on you? I would probably be the head in Medic's fridge. Like, it wouldn't be the spy, it would be me. Ah, the joys of being an immortal spirit. Actually, I'm gonna go to the other door first, because that seems to be the edge of the castle, so I want to see what's over there. Oh, it's a save point. Good. My family doesn't have dental insurance, so I've never been unless it was free. Yeah, that was the only reason I was able to go when I went to college, was I got, there was a dental clinic that was going on from, that was sponsored by, like, a bunch of local businesses for, like, the college and the community around, and see, the funny thing is that I was relatively, like, not the back of the line, like, I was relatively, like, in the center of the line, yet I somehow was the very last patient that day. Because I guess they had so much time that they started cleaning people's teeth as well as doing fillings. But the problem is that whenever they hit me with the, anesthetic, I had to wait, like, 3 hours before I got to get my dental work done. So a lot of the time I was just sitting there waiting, and then the anesthetic wore off, so I had to go get another shot in order to not feel them digging into my teeth. I freaked out for a moment when I said my dental plan was inactive until I realized my work had just gone with a different insurance company. Well, I'm glad that that jump scare was resolved. What in the Lord's name is this? Is it a rotting corpse? Okay. I'm vibing, but it's annoying to breathe. Yeah, the flu sucks. And I hope you start to feel better, Pyrofox. Like... And just, or Fox Arts, because I know you said, because you know a lot of Pyros. But yeah, like, you're always safe here, so no worries. Also, for those in chat who have done a community showcase before, I do have a new channel in the Discord server called Community Showcase, and that's where I will have submissions for those who want to show off stuff on stream. So it just makes it a little more consolidated for me, so it's not cluttered in multiple channels. So if you have something you want to show off on stream, just post it in the Community Showcase channel, and then that's how we'll see it. Ring of what? Ring of something. I didn't see what it was. It was like... Is there anything else up here? But yeah, I was literally fought a rotting corpse on a chain. Like, what is that boss design? Like, that was Body Horror, the boss. Oh, it increases MP restoration. I don't really feel like I need it right now, though. I don't have any hiking photos this week, but I threw in some stuff from the charity stream and community showcase, if that's okay. Yeah, that's all good. In fact, I'd love to see that, because I consider Yan part of the community, too. Because she's been so supportive of my community, and I try to give back as much as I can. And I'd love to see like what y'all did for the charity stream. And I'm just really glad that I could help contribute in some way by making your photos look so much better, and I still have to do those Photoshop edits of your adventure that you sent me that one time when you played that game. Because now I figured out how in VR chat I can just make make a PNG image from the camera. I don't have to like green screen it or anything. I can just automatically make it a PNG. So that makes so much easier, and I don't have to do as much editing. Yeah, Final Fantasy III, that's right. That fundraiser is awesome. I don't know if you heard, but we raised $850. Yeah, I heard about that, and that's awesome. Wonder if that's where the inspiration for the God Torment came from in Fear and Hunger, too. It's possible. Symphony of the Night, like, inspired a lot of things. Like, Symphony of the Night and Metroid, of course, well, Castlevania and Metroid is what started the whole Metroidvania genre. Okay, I've already been through here, so I'm gonna go back. I like how he's using this sword so quickly you can't even see it. Okay, let's see. So if I go that way and then go up and left, there's another room I haven't been in. Shows in the No, you're fine, InstaFizz. Like, that's more for the end of the stream. Like, I wanted to show it off, just in case you wouldn't be here at the end of the stream. So, no worries. Like, honestly, like, I'm very forgiving with that stuff, so, like, if somebody does something like that, I won't be mad. Bad to the bone. Ner, 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 ner. Yeah, and I'm glad that I could help as well, because it's also personally affected me in some way. Oh, Jesus, something there. Hey! It's so satisfying to kill the gremlins like that. Oh, another save point. Yeah, because that's a cause that's really near and dear to my heart, because I've been through situations like that. I won't go into detail, but I've been, personally, I've dealt with feelings like that when I was younger. And it's tough, and I just... anything that we can do to help people get through those times and to help save people, that's what's important to me. This leftovers are irking me so much. I can't use my vocal range. It's either bass or soprano because the ball of ick is clean right there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Fox Arts. It's Goddess Shield. I just really hope that like it starts to get better, because wintertime is especially rough. Because one thing I just absolutely hate about the wintertime, besides the illness, is just like looking up at the sky and it's always overcast, so you never see the sun. Lesser demons. opposed to greater demons. Okay. Is that Cthulhu again? Looks nothing like Cthulhu. I agree, that's why winter's often a difficult time for me mentally. Even when it's sunny, I don't get much of it. I think the two worst times a year for me are winter and summer, believe it or not. So, summer is great for, like, swimming and stuff, but I don't like to go to public pools much anymore just because they're kind of insanitary. At least in my area. I mean, other places could be better, but it's just, like, and it's also kind of like just a moral thing. Like, my city pays below minimum wage for lifeguards because since they're, like, not obligated by, like, state law and such, they can put whatever wage they want. So it's actually, like, $2 to $3, like, less than the state mandated minimum wage for the city. So nobody wants to be a lifeguard because they're not getting paid well. So I just can't go and support a business like that doesn't pay their employees the minimum wage. That, and it's just because there's only like a couple pools open in the local area. I just don't feel happy going to a pool with like 100 to 200 other people. I'm from Chicago, which the gray skies pretty prolonged. Yeah. I've only ever been to Chicago once, and it was the airport. So I guess technically I was in Chicago. Well, I mean, not even technically. I was in Chicago, but just in the airport. I was getting insanely tired on raining days, so I definitely understand that. Winter is a mixed bag here. You get about a month of overcast, but the main annoyance is the weather fluctuation. We went from 30s to 60s over the course of a week. Yeah, it's the same thing here. Like, it was like 49, 50 the other night. But a grappling hook girl finds beauty in every season. Yeah, and I agree, there is a beauty in every season, because in the summertime, everything's blooming, and everything's everything has bloomed, it's colorful. You get the chance to go to, like, all these places, like, and, you know, swimming is another big thing. But for me, I just personally like spring the most. Spring and fall, because they're both kind of similar. I lost my time stop, I just realized. But, spring and wintertime are my favorites, because spring, everything's blooming, and it's just really beautiful, and the temperature's just right. It's not too hot, not too cold. And fall is the same way. Like, temperature ranges are pretty similar, like 60, 70 degrees. And fall I like because of spooky month. Because Halloween is my all-time favorite holiday. And it's just always sad whenever Halloween ends. Like, it's just... I just love the fall so much. But I would say spring, just because of the blooming, and it's not cold anymore. You can actually just relax a little bit. So I would say, yeah, those are probably my favorites. The spooky month. Yeah, I love how, like, October, spooky month. I love to play horror games, but, like, the thing is, I give off, like, this really, like, I'm, by nature, like, really nice to everybody and, like, cutesy, but I also really love to play horror games. Like, horror is probably one of my favorite genres. I love... Dead Space is one of my all-time favorite games. I love Resident Evil. And, you know, I'm actually going to be playing a horror game after I finish Symphony of the Night. I'm going to be playing Yomawari Lost in the Dark, which was suggested by Cranberry, and it actually legitimately scared me when I played the demo. So, that will be... Halloween Ends 2022. No, not that movie. Gosh, they had so much promise with the Halloween, like, reboot-esque. I mean, it was a soft reboot sequel to the original film, but it's just like they had so much potential there, bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis and, like, a bunch of actors from the original film, with the exception of Dr. Loomis, but... Well, technically they did bring back Dr. Loomis. They had another actor play him, and then they just put some makeup on him, but... No, Halloween just kinda... The movies just... Like, the new movies just kind of, like... Eh... they were okay, but like the last movie was just really a letdown. Okay, so let's see here. Well, if I go up and to the right, there's some areas that I can go up in. So I guess I do have to go back up. Yeah, Yomawari, I had a really good time with the demo. Because it actually legit scared me. Because, like, Asian horror scares me more than Western horror because, like, there are just so many tropes in Western horror that I'm used to. Like, a lot of the time we go with, like, jump scares or body horror, but, like, I just had a really good time with, Yomawari. It actually legit scared the hell out of me. And a game is really good when it legitimately scares me and makes me feel unease. Silent Hill 2, like, really scared me as well, but at the same time, like, I couldn't necessarily take it seriously because of the voiceover. Like, this town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza? Yeah, I know it's, like, adds to the dreamy feel of Silent Hill, but at the same time, it's just, like, the goofy dialogue kind of just makes it a little less scary. But, like, Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake this year, so, that's another opportunity for them to kind of, like, fix some of those mistakes with the dialogue and stuff. Which, I mean, it adds that charm to it, because it gives it a dreamy feel. But at the same time, it's a bit, like, the pizza line kind of throws me off a little bit. Horror comedy stuff is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so up here was just this. So, you know, your mental well-being is important here. If I sense you start getting overly frustrated, I'll ask you to take a breathe and water break. Keep an eye on you so as you go through this. And I appreciate that, Cranberry. Like, I really very much appreciate that. And that's something that I appreciate with all of my mods in the community here, is that when you see me getting frustrated, you let me take a break. And it's very much appreciated because I have a bad habit of being really hard on myself. So, it feels great to know that, like, everyone cares and is here for me, so... Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I was just thinking about that. I got it right here. Carbuncle! Can we be honest and say that the trend of modern AAA horror is kind of stagnant? It is. The only horror that's really doing well right now is remakes of older titles. And that's kind of, like, I loved Resident Evil 4 Remake and Dead Space Remake as well. But I definitely can see that, like, making a new horror game that isn't based on a pre-existing property, it's hard. It's really hard. Because, like, Callisto Protocol had a lot of promise, but it's just a few gameplay decisions really ruined that game for me. Because it basically turned into, like, a street brawler horror game, and there are enemies that can insta-kill you, and you have to restart the checkpoint just to get out of the inevitable cutscene death. So while Callisto Protocol had a lot of promise, I just feel that some of the gameplay decisions really brought the mood down for that game, and I think people unfairly judged it comparing it to Dead Space. But at the same time, because they advertised it as the original designer or, like, creator of Dead Space, that comparison was inevitable. Kind of like how The Outer Worlds was inevitably compared to Fallout New Vegas, because it was like, oh, from the developers of Fallout New Vegas. People were automatically going to think, oh, this is quality. But the thing is that, like, a lot of people give Obsidian Entertainment, like, a free pass, because they do a lot of good work. Like, Grounded was really fun. I loved Grounded. But because they made one gem doesn't mean that every game they're going to make is a gem. Because, Obsidian actually had a really bad track record in the past with games and getting them out, like, fully built. Because, like, they worked on Knights of the Old Republic too, and there was an entire, like, section that was just cut content because, they just never finished it on time. Callisto Protocol kind of felt like a walking sim. You gotta temper your expectations, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's just, like, you just gotta enjoy it for what it is. Because, like, Final Fantasy 15, like, a lot of people gave it a lot of crap because they're like, oh, well, Versus 13 this, Versus 13 that. But, because they always like, oh, well, Tetsuya Nomura would have done so much better. And it's like, well, the game was never made. So how can you say it would have been better? It could have been worse. It's kind of like when people compare Dinosaur Planet to Star Fox Adventures. Like, yeah, Dinosaur Planet is like, there is a complete ROM of it, but it's not, like, fully complete. It's not fully playable. And yet people say, oh, well, this is better than Star Fox Adventures. It's like, the game was never released. You can't say that it's gonna be better than something when there was never a release for it. And the truth is, with, like, Tetsuya Nomura, like, I've, like, did a little bit of research on it myself. I'm not an expert on this whatsoever, so don't quote me on this, but, like, the whole thing with, like, Versus 13 is kind of a myth, because Tetsuya Nomura is a game director, he's not a writer, so, like, a lot of the writing for Versus 13, was not his doing. Sure, there's a lot of special, like, he holds it close to his heart, but at the same time, like, when people don't give Final Fantasy 15 a chance, because of Tetsuya Nomura and Versus 13, like, they're missing out on a really good game. Because, at the time, he was working on a lot of different projects. Like, he had Kingdom Hearts 3, pretty much a bunch of Kingdom Hearts stuff, other Final Fantasy titles. So, you know, it was either we get Final Fantasy 15 or we never get Versus 13, because it just never would have been finished, because the game was announced in 2006. And it was not released until much later on, because it was through development hell. Honestly, I think too many people automatically assume the game's cut content is better than the game itself when there's reason stuff got cut. Exactly, because some of it is pacing, some of it's time constraints, some of it doesn't work. So it's like, yeah, I mean, sure, Versus 13 probably would have been great, but at the same time, like, Kingdom Hearts 4 looks like it's going to take those bits from Versus 13 and make them into a game. But before I go on that rant and tangent, it looks like we're about to fight death. So I'm life, he's death.
So, you've made it this far. In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there's a breath in my body.
Then for the master, I'll feast on your soul this night.
That doesn't look good. Oh, I can't hurt him. I can't hurt the sights. Oh, no, no, no! Second form death! I'm just annihilating everything! The Eye of Vlad. Cool. Wouldn't you just cancel each other out then? Yeah, well, technically I'm life and death. Because I do, like, my whole responsibility is to be, like, a guide in the afterlife. So technically I have the same role as death. So, like, I represent the beauty of life, but also, the transition into the afterlife. So technically I have both roles. Well, if we go off Monty Python logic, death awaits you with all sharp, nasty pointing teeth. White rabbit, you know? Yeah, I'm basically just the, like... See, you've seen me in my movie debut.
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
Ooh, thank you. No, but like, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the White Rabbit with the Holy Hand Grenade, well, truth is, he didn't kill me. That was my movie debut, was in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But that was in my, still learning my powers and getting annoyed by humans phase. I decided to, after the Holy Hand Grenade incident, I decided to temper my expectations with people, and I became more kind and loving. The secret door. I know, I'm going up here, though. I'm going up here to check out the stuff first. Obsidian made a gem because during New Vegas' development, they had the original Black Isle team for story direction and managed to make a mostly functional game in a 2-year cycle. The only reason New Vegas is so beloved is because the story is ever-changing thanks to a broad scope of how much choices affect the ending. Yeah, and I know New Vegas is a really good game. However, I think that there's an air of toxicity within the community because they expect New Vegas to be like they expect every Fallout game following that to be New Vegas. And I've had personal experience with this, is that it's really hard to find an unbiased review of New Vegas that doesn't, like, shit on the other games because they're made by Bethesda, which Bethesda does a lot of bad things, and I don't like Bethesda as a company. But a lot of the time, they'll critique something and say Fallout 3. And I love Fallout 3. But they'll critique some feature in Fallout 3 and then praise it in New Vegas. Like VATS, for example. I saw a video of a guy that was shitting on New Vegas, or shitting on Fallout 3 for the VAT system, and then they praised it in New Vegas. I'm like, it's the same system. It's held on a pedestal, exactly. Because, like, I feel that Fallout 4, while it had a lot of problems, it's incredible for modding. Like, it is absolutely incredible for modding, but people don't give it a chance because they expect New Vegas. And the thing is, I remember when New Vegas came out, like, everybody hated it because it was just like, oh, it's more like Fallout 3. But, you know, as years went by, it's kind of has the same treatment as Majora's Mask, which Majora's Mask is also a really good game, but it's just, I just had very negative, and my personal experience with that community has really kind of soured my opinion of the Fallout franchise. Because while I love the games, it's just, I just cannot participate in any community discussion regarding those games. And it was just, yeah. I actually met Blaze and a friend's Fallout 76 stream, and we were talking about how it was a victim of poor timing. Exactly! Because Fallout 76 is a cool idea. Like, a Fallout MMO? That's cool! But, and I think that, like, they've really, like, worked hard to make it a better game, because they realized, oh, wait, having a game with no NPCs is boring. So they added NPCs. Yeah, than just the initial reception. Because, like, for example, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky promised so much and delivered nothing. But then, they came back. And I think Fallout 76 really came back, too. But, like, I think a problem with it inherently is a sociology term called groupthink. And basically what groupthink means is that when somebody has a majority opinion of something, people tend to just follow that opinion instead of making their own conclusion. So that's kind of what I feel happens to game communities and people that are trashing on certain games, like Star Fox Adventures, for example, because JonTron, for example, made a video trashing on Star Fox Adventures, and people don't want to make their own opinion of it, so they start trashing on the game too. Same thing with The Phantom Menace, which The Phantom Menace, the Phantom Menace does deserve a lot of hate, but at the same time, like, because of Red Letter Media's video on The Phantom Menace, everybody just hates the prequel trilogy because of that. So, you're not allowed to have your own opinion on things. People just want to follow someone else's opinion about something. Super Paper Mario, yeah! Sometimes toxic community can really ruin a game. Unfortunately, sometimes it's best to not engage in online stuff on some games. I actually met Blaze and a friend's Fallout 76 stream. Groupthink is real. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you are enjoying a game, even if it's hated, like, universally, if you're having fun with it, you're enjoying it, then that's what's important. Like, don't let somebody take that away from you. Oh, hey, the Alucard sword! I probably won't use it, though. Because I don't think the Alucard sword can do this. The The problem with comparing the three games is that you have three separate stages of FPS Fallout. 3 was a gem in its own right because it was the first of its kind, a lot of people's introduction to Fallout. You can't have New Vegas without 3. Yeah, exactly! And I've done, in the past I did some videos on New Vegas, just kind of like, look at the development behind it, and there's a lot of legacy content from Fallout 3 still left in the game files. You can spawn Enclave soldiers from Fallout 3 in the game, and like, and President Eden and all these other important characters in New Vegas because it's still left over from the Fallout 3, because it was built off of Fallout 3. And I've always said that the definitive way to play Fallout 3 in New Vegas is with the Tale of Two Wastelands mod, because you get Fallout 3 and New Vegas with all the DLC of both games in one package. My niece is bad about that. She's only interested in things if her favorite YouTubers give the okay on it. She's really wrapped up in what is cool. Yeah, and that's a shame. It's really a shame. I have no idea when or why people started considering Fallout 3 to be a bad game. It was when, I want to say it's like I started feeling that whenever Fallout 4 came out, because when Fallout 4 came out, it didn't live up to people's expectations. They started shitting on anything Bethesda made, and they put Fallout New Vegas on a pedestal, which Fallout New Vegas is a good game. But at the same time, like, Fallout 3 is also a very good game. It's just, I feel like it's unfairly judged because Fallout New Vegas is better. But the problem is of course it's going to be better. It's a sequel. It is a spin-off sequel, and of course they're going to improve upon what's already existing. So you can't judge the game for features it didn't have in the next one. And sure, like, yeah, your choices don't really matter too much in Fallout 3, but at the same time, it's still a great game. No, I killed a kitty! No, I killed a cat! I've been traumatized enough by online communities that I have to stay away from them in general. It's unfortunate that I have sort of mindset, but too many people have killed my vibe, and actually being here is part of my efforts to break out of the mindset, which is good. Because, for me, I'll play games that generally are not considered great by communities. And give me just a second, chat. My nose has been really itching this whole time, and I don't understand why. My snout just randomly decided, oh, Eno, you're playing a game? Well, here, let me just make your nose itch, like, really bad. Okay. Yeah, because, like, Final Fantasy 15, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, but it's considered panned by the greater Final Fantasy community because, with good reason, like, there's a lot of issues with 15, like, understanding the context of some parts of the plot requires you to watch Kingsglaive, the movie, and then there's a lot of side stuff that you need to have, like, played or watched to understand, which is, like, I get that. I get it, but at the same time, it's still a really fun game, and I love how when you get to play as each party member, they have a different style of gameplay. So, like, Gladio with his Dark Souls, Devil May Cry style, Prompto with Metal Gear, and Ignis with, like, a Batman, Assassin's Creed-esque vibe. You know, would you be interested in a different take on Final Fantasy 15? Yeah, absolutely. It's mainly because 3 has limited overall choice in terms of build and story, which goes back to people comparing 3 to New Vegas. Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of like a test bed for, like, Fallout 3 was like, I just feel that it's an unfair comparison for people to say, like, oh, well, VATS in Fallout 3 was garbage, and then they praise it in New Vegas. It's like, well, it's the same system. You're just praising it in New Vegas because it's New Vegas. So it's really hard for me to find an unbiased review of New Vegas because people just keep comparing it and saying like, oh, well, this feature was better in New Vegas just objectively because it's not Bethesda. I need to find a save point. Good lord! They just get right back up. Can I do that again? Tumbling the bones. The hip bone's connected to the something bone. The right bone's connected to the something something. I don't remember the lyrics of this song. Hey Dio, welcome! I was actually thinking about you. How you doing? Maybe I should stream the Pocket Edition for you? Yeah, absolutely. So that's another thing, is that the Pocket Edition was another thing. I actually have the HD Pocket Edition on my Switch. That was really fun. Like, it was a nice way to play the game, like, in a very abridged format. Got me some spaghetti and I'm just cozying up in here. Awesome! Do you like my new cloak? Alucard now has my color scheme. White, green, and blue. Yeah, but I didn't finish it. I just played a little bit of it. So, I'd still love to see you play it, Cranberry. And also, just because it's you. I'd love to see you stream just because, you know, it's you. Green is my favorite color. That is the correct answer. I love green. Green and blue are probably my favorites, but red is also pretty up there too. Because a lot of people associate red with like evil and darkness, but no, like it's just a color. I mean, yeah, it's associated with like darkness and sensuality, I guess, but like it's not like a color is not inherently evil. Okay. Brown is associated with... I'm assuming it's up here. Trees, yes! I'm gonna go find a save point. So, I'm gonna leave this room, go up. Stop stealing my time stop! I can't be a vampire without stopping time. Vats is largely the same, the only difference is the perks relating to it and being far more of an optional feature by comparison, since 3 Vats made up for the lack of true iron sights. Yeah, so it's an improvement, but it's largely the same. But I've seen so many YouTubers compare it by saying, oh, well, this, like, the way that Vats compared to Fallout 2 and Fallout 1 is crap, and then they praise it in New Vegas for the same reasons that they just shat on it in Fallout 3. Because, again, like, there's just a lot of groupthink because a lot of big creators, like, there's a creator that made a video called Fallout 3 is garbage, here's why. And it's like, I'm not gonna say that some of what they've said was untrue, because, yeah, there's a lot of things to critique Fallout 3 about. But, on the other hand, if you enjoy it, like, that you shouldn't be guilted for enjoying something. Because, like, a big problem with the Fallout community is that I was guilted for liking Fallout 3. Like, I would make a video on Fallout 3, and then people would call me a filthy Fallout 3 fan. And then just personally attack me, and, like, it sucked. Ooh, what is this? Necklace of J. I'm okay now, I haven't been great lately, but it's good to be around others I can unwind with. Yeah, and you can just chat about whatever, like... I mean, we've just been talking about, like, Fallout 3 and stuff, and how we love, like, what seasons we love. So it's just, like, you know, just wholesome talk. I need to see if there's an Alucard avatar in VR chat next time I play, because I'm sure there probably is. The lower left room of this place. Cool. I can't believe I erased Death. But if Death is dead, then, like, how are the souls going to get to the afterlife? Check out this room first. Each game has its own strengths. 3 had the grittiest setting, New Vegas had the best story, and 4 has the best combat. Exactly! Like, the gunplay in 4 is incredible. But then people criticize it's like, oh, it's just an FPS. Which, I mean, yeah, I agree that they taking out the repair system kind of was not a good decision. So, I'm not even going to take the risk. What I'm going to do here is... where is the shield rod? Right here. We're going to cheese this. Tally-ho, lads! I salute you, my friend. And I take your life points from you. That was awesome, though. Just immediately erased. The loss of the repair system was questionable, and the outright removal of skill points was also questionable. Yeah, and how you kind of had, like, this infinite skill tree as well. Like, I mean, I was glad that there wasn't a level cap. But at the same time, I just, Fallout 4 did, like, it was kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step backward kind of game. Like, it was a really great game, but it had a lot of, like, it had its issues. But I just love how it was just able to erase that boss. Gas cloud. I mean, I'm sure there are many ways you can create a gas cloud just as a normal human, but I'm not gonna make that reference. Felt like Skyrim Legendary Edition with a Fallout sticker slapped on it. Yeah, and I think the problem that I inherently had with Fallout 4 was just that it wasn't even really the story, because I think it was a really heartbreaking story. RIP, R.I.P. The problem that I had with it is the DLC, actually. So, the DLC was very lackluster, very not fulfilling. I didn't really like Far Harbor because it was basically just Point Lookout 2.0. That, and it's just, they bundled, like, the Season Pass was just a scam. I bought the Season Pass, but it was just all settlement crap. Like, it's like, when I bought a Bethesda Season Pass for a Fallout game, I expected, like, story stuff and, you know, stuff that was worth my while, but no. Like, all I got was just like, oh, well, here's, you can create your own vault. Or like, oh, this settlement DLC. Or like, Automatron. That was just a side quest with, to add, like, a buffer! It just added a buffer to the settlement system. Like, it's, like, I mean, it was cool, but I didn't want it to be the focus of my DLC. Gotta admit, there's so many conversations in chat that I've totally lost what anyone was talking about. No worries, we're just talking about Fallout 4 and just comparing, like, the games, and it's like I try to like approach it with like a reasonable mindset, because like I used to be like super angry about the community, like the Fallout community, but like I understand why people like New Vegas, but at the same time, and I love New Vegas myself, But I really think that just because like people are saying, oh, don't play Fallout 3 because it's Bethesda, no, give it a chance. Play it. You might really enjoy it. It was my first exposure to the series, and I loved it. And I really think that anybody who hasn't tried it should give it a try, because it's fun. It's a little bit different, yeah, but it's fun. Yeah, think of it like the banned book section in a library. Like, there's a reason those books were banned. It's kind of like going to that section of the library and checking out books that people didn't want you to read. It's the same thing. It's like these people don't want you to play Fallout 3 because they're like, oh, well, you might have fun with it, and they think it'll discredit New Vegas in some way. And it's like, a game being good doesn't take away from another game being good. It's all subjective at the end of the day. Like, some people can, like, statistically, there are people out there who like, whose favorite game is Flappy Bird, statistically. So, I mean, don't take away somebody's enjoyment of something, you know? The only DLC that matters are Far Harbor and Nuka World. You can largely forget Automatron exists. Yeah, Far Harbor was... I didn't even finish Far Harbor because it was just literally Point Lookout 2. And Nuka World was cool, but I just was not invested in the whole Raider storyline, to be honest with you. I just wasn't really into the whole, like ruling Nuka World, and it had some cool stuff. Like, I liked how they brought back that character from Fallout 3 who was obsessed with Nuka-Cola, and she got to meet the founder of Nuka-Cola, who was a head in a jar. But at the same time, I just didn't really have a good time with it. It just was really boring. Power of Sire. Because the developer Flappy Bird moved the app from the store to take away people's enjoyment of it. Yeah, and then there were so many clones that were created, and then, like, he came back and made another Flappy Bird, and... I mean, I understand where he came from on that, because, yeah, like, it was taking away people's time and families and stuff. But at the same time, you know, like, I can't pretend to know what was going on in his head. Oh, my time stopped. No, my time stopped! Damn it. Here, I'll take my axes. Let's see. So I've gotten pretty much everything upstairs. Or downstairs, technically. So let's see where to go next. So if I go right down left, there's a area that I haven't fully explored. So I'll go that way. And since we're on this conversation, chat, what are some games that you really enjoy that are considered, like, I don't know, taboo, I guess, or just like considered like panned by like the communities at large? Because I'd like to see like what other games people enjoy, like that are kind of in the same vein as Fallout 3 or Final Fantasy 15, where yeah, the games had issues, but like it's treated unfairly by the community. Because I'd love to hear that. Star Fox SNES, really? That one has a lot of flack towards it? It's considered unplayable by today's standards? What the... You know, I can kind of, like, I see where, like, that specific quote has been used, because when IGN reviewed Star Fox SNES, they reviewed it as a 2017 game, and they're like, oh, well, you know, it's got terrible graphics and FPS and all this, and like people in the comments were just saying like, the game came out in 2017, so it's going to be reviewed as a 2017 game. It's like, no, that's not how it works. The game was made for a 1990s audience, so you can't judge it by the standards of today, as a game that came out today. That is the stupidest deflection I've ever heard. But no, like, I loved Star Fox SNES when I played it. The only gripe that I had with it is that it was really hard. And I had to use save states, but that's just me. Like, I had trouble with doing stuff, but I had resources to help me. And when you play those games on the what do you call it, the Super NES and stuff anyway, you can do save states as far as I'm aware, so it's helpful. but you know, I'm just not great at the game, but I love it. You know how it goes. Hey Z-Wick, how you doing? You and Dio are both in the chat. I haven't seen you both in a while. It's great to have you here. We're just talking about what games like that you all enjoy that are considered maybe not necessarily like great games, or like they're kind of panned by the communities today, like Star Fox Adventures and so on. Dark Souls 2? Really? Like, I didn't know. I'm surprised that a Dark Souls game is on that list. Indies in general is sometimes panned, simply for being indies. Yeah, I was very impressed when I watched you, because you're able to do it without save states. And then, months later, I got Estelle Ellis, the voice actor of one of the Star Fox team, on stream, and you got to ask questions of her. And I still talk to her, by the way. I'm actually considering getting in contact with her soon to do a belief coding session. Oh, hey Wiz, thank you for the subscription, my friend. I don't have an emote for this, but can somebody, well, first of all, can I get a shout out for Wiz in chat, and can I also give some head pats for Wiz, because they are the wizard. Just saying hi before I start streaming. Okay, I might raid out to you if you're still streaming later. Yeah, go follow Wiz. They're another time spirit like myself, and they are a bean. They are super special and a very good friend. Yeah, head pats for Wiz. Dark Souls 2 is universally hated because it has artificial difficulty. What does it mean by artificial? What do you mean by artificial difficulty? Because the thing is, I like Dark Souls. I think the lore of Dark Souls is incredible. I think it's a really cool game series, and I think it's really challenging. But they're just not really for me. Like, the gameplay style just never really stuck with me. Dark Blade. That is the most edgy name for a sword I've ever heard. But yeah, like Dark Souls 3 I really loved. But the problem is that I don't like the forced PvP in the co-op. So I couldn't just play it with Tasty. Like, I had to go through this co-op experience, or this PvP experience. And the problem is that there was a guy that was just camping at the spawn with high-level gear, and we couldn't even get past him because he kept killing us. So it kind of soured my experience with co-op in that game. And I did play a little bit of Dark Souls 1, and I did play some Dark Souls 3 by myself, and I could give myself a little bit of credit because, well, I had never played the game before. Well, I mean, technically I did play Dark Souls 3 once when I fought, what was it, Udex Gundyr or whatever, Ludex, for my aunt, but, like, I played, when I played it on my own, I got pretty decently far, and I fought that invader, and I actually almost won, but he pulled out some stupid magic trick and I lost. But I made it very far in that battle, and I feel proud of myself for that. I'm gonna go back up here because it looks like some of the map hasn't been discovered. It might just be the roof. I'm genuinely bummed that I miss out on so many streams. I never use Twitch. However, I just realized you have a Discord, and if I see your announcement for streams, I'll be able to watch along more often. Yeah, join my Discord. Like, I post adventure photos there, I chat there, and that's probably the best place to get a hold of me and to know when I'm streaming. So yeah, definitely join the Discord. Fake difficulty is basically something that kills you out of nowhere. Like, say there's a random invisible spike that instant kills you, and there's no possible way to know they're there other than by hitting them. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Honestly, that invader just completely ruined the night. Yeah, the roof tiles here are very hard to get. If you really want to, it's a bit easier with wolf form. Well, if it's just like for map completion, then I don't think it's necessary. I just kind of like felt like, oh, well, maybe there's something up there. Let's see. Okay, if I go down and then to the right. I don't know how wolf form would really help, though, because there's no way up there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned with it. Because if it's just another weapon, I'm probably not going to use it. Because the one thing I do have to probably state is that I'm not going to get 100% completion. Like, that's something that's rare for me, is to get 100% completion in a game. Just because, like, I also have to think of, like, my time and, like, the stream itself, so... If it's just another weapon or something and not worthwhile, I probably won't get it. Artificial difficulty for Dark Souls 2 is just copy-pasting several enemies over each other in choke points. For instance, from Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 2's, you went from relatively easy gameplay and semi-fair ganks to, oh shit, there are 9 enemies here in the starting area. Technically, you already do have 100%. The full game completion is a little over 200% for both castles. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go... I think my focus will be getting the bosses then. Ah, my nose. It's even worse when you try to scratch your snout when you have a nub. You can't really scratch it. Like, I have to, like, pick up a stick or something to scratch my nose. Need me to say what the bosses are? Sure. My nose. Itchy. Another example of fake difficulties if you go to a bonus stage and realize it's actually a boss fight and Big Something is standing there flexing, daring you to attack. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get into a boss fight with Big because he'll just suplex me. One is the area on the far left. Another is an area you haven't discovered yet. You can get there from either the church or the area where you fought the mummy. So far left's like... here? Or like down here? So down here? I just love how I can point at stuff on the map like this. Above that in this general area. So right here? Okay. So I go left and then I can just, yeah, I can just go left from here. And something that I've been working on a lot lately is being more patient. Because, I realize that in some, like, instances where I get a little frustrated, I get a little bit impatient with myself, so I'm working on being a bit more patient with stuff. Because I'm a work in progress, like, I try to do better each day, so... Oh! They hit me so hard a book came out. No! Oh yeah, it's this room, so I'm just gonna mist my way out of this room as a cloud of fart gas. Because, I mean, what else is that going to be? Poison gas that, or, like, mist that is colored, like, green and goopy? Like, that is a cloud of flatulence. Like... Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and pause right here. You don't seem frustrated right now, but it's been 90 minutes, so I'm going to have you take some water. Okay. Thyme-flavored air. Yeah, but what does thyme taste like? My thoughts on why they did what they did in the DLC is that everyone from Dark Souls 1 gave the game shit being too easy compared to its predecessor, so when you get to current patch Dark Souls 2 DLC, you have inflated difficulty because the community wouldn't stop complaining. Oh, lime-flavored air. I read that wrong. Another thing that I'm pretty transparent about is that I'm very dyslexic. So sometimes I'll read words that are not there, or I'll mix up letters. Okay, so I gotta get up there somehow. Right here. See, the only problem I have with these rooms is this trap here. Stone Skull. And Cranberry, I was actually really happy to see you stream Metal Gear a little while ago. Like, Metal Gear is one of my favorite franchises. Because, like, I'm a sucker for anything mech-related, so, like, Metal Gears are just so cool to me. Like, Metal Gear Rex, Metal Gear Ray, Sahelanthropus, Zeke. There are just so many cool designs of Metal Gears in that series. And actually getting to pilot one in some of the later games is incredible. Nuclear armored bipedal tank. Yeah, I would love to see that, Cranberry, because Metal Gear Solid is incredible. See, I'm gonna go down and save first, though, so I get my health back. There's no winning with the Dark Souls community when it comes to how they think something should be done. Like, you were a filthy casual for wearing the full set of an armor. Yeah, that's kind of like... I had a discussion about this in a previous stream where... another thing that kind of turned me off from, like, streaming it or playing the games, like, in a community set format is that whenever you want to get help with it, like, or you ask, like, oh, what's the strategy for this? Like the response is always just get good. When you're just legitimately, like, asking for help. So you really just have to go to a YouTube video and find somebody who did it, because you can't ask anybody, because usually the response is just get good. Or they'll show you a video of somebody who did it with, like, Rock Band drums, which is impressive. And I think it's really cool that people can do that, but I'm, like, at that skill level, like, you have to be really talented to do something. Like, yeah, get good, scrub. Speaking of Frankenstein... Kaboom! Tooth of Vlad. So we got his tooth. His tooth. Okay, so Tasty, where's the next boss? Like, instead of get good, you can say the real trick is to learn the pattern. As you fight, pay attention to the order the boss does the moves. It's not random. Really enough, the best place I could find help for any of those games was through GameFAQs. Yeah, so, like, you can give practical advice without putting somebody down. Because that's something that I try to be, is that there's so many toxic creators out there that just... Like, people love controversy, so people follow creators for controversy. Like, I don't want to be one of those creators. I want to be myself, and I want to foster, like, a really accepting and loving community where nobody feels judged for the things that they like, or people feel safe, and... Oh, cool, Tasty. That's actually really helpful. So, what Tasty did is that they circled it on the map for me, so I can't possibly not know where it is. So, we'll go this way. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do with my communities. I want to just foster, like, a loving and accepting community where everybody can be themselves, and, like, you don't have to worry about being yourself towards me. Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, that's what's important. Because I have my own sins. I have my skeletons in my closet, like... Whenever I was doing YouTube way back when, I was not the nicest live streamer because people would come and ask me Fallout questions and I would just refuse to answer them because I was so frustrated. But then I looked back on it and I'm like, yeah, I probably should have been a lot nicer because those people didn't know any better. They watched my video and they asked questions, but I chose to be mean, so I don't want to do that anymore. So that's why I kind of, like, I've been, like, so super open about my struggles and how, like, and... trying to be nice to everybody, and even whenever we get the occasional hater in here, like, I try to at least reason with them, unless they're, like, putting slurs and stuff. Like, I'll try to be like, okay, well, if you don't like furries, that's okay. I'm more than just a furry. Like, I do a lot of things. Like, I'm a radio person. I like to do commentary. I've done interviews with voice actors. Like, there's a lot that I do, just besides being fluffy and kind and... You're doing a good job with that. It's a very wonderful and noble thing you do here, It's very refreshing that you feel comfort and kindness that you express and foster within the community. And I really appreciate that. And, the thing is, like, it's hard, like, it's kind of like making up for a lot of things in my past, because I didn't really have the best upbringing. So, like, whenever I do these things, like, because growing up, I always got my mistakes pointed out towards me, and because all that was pointed out were my mistakes, it was hard for me to take compliments. But I'm slowly starting to get better with that. I'm starting to accept compliments that people give me, and I'm feeling a lot better. Terminus... what? Time stop! There are some furries that take it to a really weird extreme. You aren't really doing anything weird. It's an avatar with a lore story, but you're not doing any creepier fetishes with it. No, and I do have fan service with, like, the bikini and stuff, but, like, I don't have anything explicitly not safe for work. Ugh, my snout is so itchy, But yeah, like, I've got a few, like, personal fan service-y, like, outfits, like the bikini and stuff, but for the most part, like, I don't do, like, not safe for work stuff, really. Just because I don't really want that to be my image or what people think of when they look at me. If anyone tries to impose that on you, I will destroy them. I mean, and the thing is, like, it's good to feel, like, attractive. So, like, when people compliment me and say that I'm pretty and stuff, like, I appreciate that. And when people, like, and I'll indulge in some fan service every now and again with the bikini and, like, some of the outfits and so on. Oh, it's this guy. But, like, I'm never gonna, like, do a stream where I'm just naked and, like, being really, like, inappropriate with people. No, that's just not me. Like, because of, wait, what? Okay. I'm gonna go down first, though. Going up takes you to endgame, okay. So it's, like, permanently unlocked, then. Like I told you how I had a legit panic attack that one time when I felt the jokes were going too far. That's something that largely confuses me about the furry hate. Even if you're doing fetishy stuff, why are they actively seeking it out to hate on it to begin with? I'm playing Dragon Quest VII on my 3DS, and the boss has a really neat 3D effect. Its tongue looks like it's literally jumping out of the screen to flick me. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, it's interesting, because people are like, they'll actively seek it out to hate on it, and it's like, you know, if you hate something, why are you actively seeking it out? Like, I hate political discussion, so I'm not going to actively seek out political discussion. It's like, why would you torture yourself? But it's like, at the same time, there's just like an air of respect that I try to give for certain things. Like, if somebody just wants to have like a calm discussion about something, I'm more than willing to do that. Now, I don't consider myself particularly religious, but I'll still sit there and pray with my best friends. Like, whenever we go out to eat places, like when my friend Joey's coming over, like, He's Christian, and I still pray with him, like, and say grace and all that, because that's my way of showing respect to him, his beliefs, and respect to him as a friend, because it's very important to him, and I want him to feel like he's respected, and him to feel important, and his thoughts and feelings are just as important as mine. I recommend going back to the giant clock face and going to the bottom right path one. So, well, I guess I already did that. It's a werewolf! I feel bad about the werewolves. Upper path here. Okay. It's an onyx! White dragon. That is an onyx or a steelix at the very least. And then to the left from here. First caller Weathers Apollo Creed, now Jose double comic cards for Wonder Woman across the one-way Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, and welcome to the stream, by the way. I believe that's Carl. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, Carl Weathers was really rough for me because I really loved the Rocky films and his performance in The Mandalorian, and like, I think the best way that we can honor their memory is to celebrate their life. Like, rather than being, like, really upset that we lost them, let's celebrate what they did and what we had with them. And how, like, they made us happy and so on. Because I think that's what they would have wanted, you know? Yeah, pour one for one of our departed friends, yeah. Because we lost a lot of good people in the last year. Like, we lost Matthew Perry, we lost Bob Saget, we lost, well, technically I don't think this was last year, but in the past few years we lost Aaron Carter. And Aaron Carter was very important to me because he was one of my favorite musicians growing up. And that's something that, like, especially with, like, Aaron Carter, like, that's why I advocate so much for mental health, because he was going through a lot of stuff. Ugh, my nose is distracting me so much because it itches! So, I'm assuming the save point was down to the left, so... Well, it should be buffed a while ago, too, yeah. I think one of the most devastating ones was probably when Christopher Lee passed away. Because I love Christopher Lee, and hearing him in Kingdom Hearts was just, like... I was so happy to hear Christopher Lee's voice again in a role that I wasn't aware of. But at the same time, I miss Christopher Lee, because he was just such an incredible actor and amazing person. And I feel like whenever we lose Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, that's also going to equally be really devastating. Sometimes certain things are jarring if they show up in a place where it's not really appropriate, like Corpse Party. All in all, is a great horror game, but it suffers in places because developers kept injecting their weird fetishes into it, which added nothing to the story and just made things really awkward. And see, that's the reason why there's a... back to the Fallout talk. There was a Fallout New Vegas mod called Frontier that was like... The Fallout New Vegas community was like advocating. It's like, oh, this is going to be the next best thing. Like, it shows you why Fallout 3 sucks so much. And like, always going back to like comparing to Fallout 3. But so they would say like, oh, the Frontier is so awesome. And then when it came out, like, there was a bunch of like really weird fetishy stuff in it. And like, just like some of the dev team was like really scummy, and they even got Ray Chase involved in the project, Noctis's voice actor, but the story and everything was just awful. One request for the next boss. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't involve my nose itching continuously. Can you equip a weaker weapon just so it doesn't die instantly? Do you want me to die? Well, I guess I could equip the shield rod, so it's not like if I have like a, what's the acronym? SHTF moment where I need to like just immediately kill it. Frontier suffered a lot just from the perpetually... Yeah, and they had some cool concepts, like the whole, like, the tank stuff and the vertibird, but it's just... That version of the creation engine just was not built for vehicle combat. Because, like, piloting the vertibird was pretty cool, but, like, you can do that in the Enclave Commander mod for Fallout 3 New Vegas. Buffalo Star. That sounds like a restaurant in the Midwest. It's like, come on down to the Buffalo Star. Yeehaw! We got your barbecue, we got your ribs, and we got country music from all the great artists. Come on down to the Buffalo Star. We got what you need. Good eats. Interesting concepts with incredibly annoying choices for execution. Yeah, like, I kind of got confused whenever we went into space. Like, the space section was a bit weird. Graham. Level sounds like a restaurant in South Dakota. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Buffalo Star, we got the good eats. Okay, so there's a room next to the save point that I haven't been in. So I'm assuming that's where I need to go. Yeah, just below the save point. Space was weird. The whole section of the courier is captured. You play as a no-name NCR soldier now. Yeah, and it's like, how would it even work if you're not even aligned with the NCR in the main game? Like, because you're gonna be... Like, what if you're a Caesar's Legion? Well, I guess you... Maybe there's a bit where you could... I don't know. Frontier was confusing enough, but let's not make it too much more confusing. So, let's go to the left here. Now, there was a mod for Fallout 3 that was really fun called the Mothership Zeta Crew mod, where, like, you became, like, a splinter section of... a splinter group of the Enclave, and, like, you got to pilot, like, Mothership Zeta... You got to go to post-apocalyptic Russia and all this other stuff. It was really cool, but it was never finished. Okay, so I'll equip the shield rod for this. There's another line you can take for Legion stuff. Okay. What? Fake Trevor? What? Okay, time stop doesn't work here. Fake Grant. And then there's just this guy up on the roof who's just throwing knives at me. Yeah, that is really cool. So he's kind of fighting his friends. Well, goodbye, old friends. It's like, here, look at my shield. That's cool, though. Like, that I can only imagine what's going through Alucard's head as he's fighting his old friends, like Trevor. So if you use... Should actually summon a zombie Trevor? Whoa. That's actually really cool! Sadly, I don't have a lot of familiarity with Castlevania 3, save for the, anime. That whole boss fight is so cool. Thank you so much for... Yeah, that was really cool. It was unexpected. But, like, the Chrysogram just makes everything, like, easy mode. You just tear the enemies to shreds. Dragon Quest is great. Yeah, see, I thought about getting into Dragon Quest myself, but that's just another game that I have in my backlog. Oh, so basically like the end game area then? Onyx! Also, I know that Ash was a novice trainer when he fought Brock, but you can't tell me that he didn't know, being a Pokemon enthusiast, that, like, his Pikachu wouldn't do much against Onyx. Yeah, I'll just go left from here. And then go up. But on my own time, I'm going to be grinding in Kingdom Hearts 2, because I'm going to do one final Kingdom Hearts 2 stream at some point, where I will do the secret bosses and stuff and see if I can win. Then, on my own time, I'm going to be playing 358 Days over 2, and then Birth by Sleep, and then whatever games I need to play, and then Kingdom Hearts 3. To be fair, I don't think he was expecting to take a Pikachu in his first gym battle. Yeah, that's true. But it's funny because, like, Misty and Brock both gave him a gym badge out of pity. And, like, that actually becomes a plot point later on in Sun and Moon, because when in the Sun and Moon anime, they go back to Kanto, or, like, Misty and Brock visit him in Alola. And they're like, oh, Ash, how'd you get all these gym badges from Kanto? And it's like, well, we kind of gave them to him out of pity. And, like, Ash is trying to deflect it, which, to be fair, like, even though, like, the first gym, the gyms that Ash did were out of pity, that boy became the world champion, so I cannot fault Ash Ketchum in any way, because he proved himself. Like, I'm so proud of our boy Ash for being the world champion, and smearing Leon's face into the dirt, because... Now, I like Champion Leon, he's cool, but I don't think he's like this uber strong, like, character, because I completely wiped the floor with him with my team. Like, I genuinely think that... And not only that, they really held your hand, and, like, oh, Leon will handle this in Sword and Shield, but, like, I really genuinely think that Cynthia and Steven were much harder champions. Okay, save point is up this way. I've been playing Street Fighter 6 lately. I even tested out AKI. So, is Street Fighter 6 pretty good? I like Street Fighter, but I haven't really played any of them since 5. Like, no, not 5. Yeah, it was 5, because I played a little bit of 5, but I haven't really, like, gotten super into them. Like, I'm more of a Soul Calibur person. Soul Calibur and Tekken. But I do like Street Fighter. It's very good. Love the campaign especially. Isn't that the one that just came out, like the newest Street Fighter? Heart refresh, cool. Yeah, like Capcom makes questionable decisions sometimes. Oh, there's a save point right here. But I genuinely think that Capcom makes some of the best. They make really good fighting games, and then they also make really good horror. Because like Resident Evil, like even though like the remakes are kind of getting old, at the same time I still buy them because they're great. Like the remakes are fantastic. Like RE4, fantastic. RE2, fantastic. RE3, don't play it. I really hope we get a DMC6. Me too, because Pinnacle of Combat or Peak of Combat or whatever it's called on mobile, that was made by Nebula Joy, I believe, or something. Like, I see what they were going with it, but it just doesn't feel like a DMC game. It went from like a mobile DMC title into a gacha game, which really, honestly, truly sucks. Remember that I always credited Leon as one of the few hard battles in the series.
Well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
His name is Shaft.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont.
He's shafted.
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
Now you know why there were stairs in the ceiling here.
Vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
About gacha games, I often find myself making choice between said in-game purchases to Switch games. Yeah, it really depends. Like Warframe I'll spend money on, but that's really the only game I play that I spend money on. Okay, time stop does not work here.
No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But
Get him, Alucard!
my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames
Prime
of
Resurgence
chaos.
going away soon. What's in the Prime Resurgence right now? Oh. What's happening? Father is...
Well met, my son.
No!
It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again.
So he's got daddy issues. What eldritch abomination is this? What? He's literally a fucking throne... I just fought Zemnis that was like this. What? And you know what? Just because I feel like I've earned it... Suck on this one, Dracula.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm. For theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that
You
she
broke the
loved
dialogue timing.
Please, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
And the thing is, that's not even cheating, because that's an item you can get in the game. Like, that's not cheating. That's just an item that you can obtain. Like, that's just what the Alucard shield does with the shield rod. It just breaks everything. You can just steamroll every enemy in the game. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Just as the developers intended. But did you love my evil laugh whenever I killed Dracula? That was, like, I felt that was actually a really good evil laugh on my part.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
No, no!
I see.
Just because you have cursed blood doesn't mean you
Farewell,
have to
then.
leave.
We'll not meet again.
Shaft wanted to tempt Rip to the dark side and failed.
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
I see.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
So, just because Alucard has cursed blood doesn't mean he has to be by himself. Your past and who you were born to doesn't define who you are. Like, my biological father, excuse my language, is a piece of shit. But, just because I come from him doesn't mean that I have to inherently be a bad person like he was. No. I try to be a better person every day, and I try to accept my faults for what they are. And I think, like, Alucard, like, he's a good person. Like, he doesn't have to damn himself to a lonely existence just because his father is Dracula. I mean, he's already proven that he's more than willing to take on his own flesh and blood in order to save humanity. And he's already got friends in Richter and Maria, so he doesn't have to be alone. I just really want to just, like, give him a hug and say, like, you are not your father. You are not your father. You are allowed to be your own person. Just because you have vampire blood, you can be your own person, and we can love you for that. And man, like, that's the thing that sucks about, like, not about games sometimes, is that you really want to say something to these characters, but you can't. Yeah, he deserves to be happy. Like, I come from pretty bad circumstances myself, but I chose instead to take those circumstances and do something good with them. Like I said earlier in the stream, I was always, like, when I grew up, I was always, all my faults were pointed out, my mistakes. I grew up feeling like there was nothing good about me and that my achievements were nothing. But I still keep going, and I chose, instead of letting myself despair and turn into like a toxic streamer or a toxic YouTuber. I chose to be a nice person and be kind to everybody. And yeah, sometimes I get pissed off. I mean, I'm only a spirit that has a human form. I have my issues, but at the end of the day, like, your circumstances don't dictate who you are for the rest of your life. Your situation or where you came from or what you did in the past, like, that was all in the past. Like, and just because your parents did something horrible doesn't mean that you're inherently horrible. The sins of the father did not pass to the son, or the daughter, or the mother, and so on. Yeah, I chose to live. Exactly. And I think Alucard, I think I get along with him really well, because we both been through family tragedy and family issues, and I really just want to give him a hug and be like, if anybody's gonna be your friend, I'll be your friend, Alucard. I'll walk that dark path with you just so you don't have to be alone, because I know what it's like to be alone, and I don't want anyone else to feel that way ever again. You're more than the people you were born into, or or your hometown, or the school you went to. And I say these things, yet I still struggle with them. But the thing is, I know, like, even when there are days that I struggle with them, I still can make it past that struggle. But I still like how that boss's name was Shaft. Input Richter to play as Richter Belmont? How? How do I do that? Input... Oh, do I have to, like, make the character's name as Richter? Does that have to be... Well, I guess there's no lowercase or anything. Rick... Just so I know, did I get his name right? Is it C-H-T-E-R? R-I-C... R-I-C-H-T-E-R. Yeah. Dyslexia, so... Let's give it a try. I mean, I start as Richter anyway, so... Oh, cool! Warg. Isn't that the name of, like, the hyena beasts from Lord of the Rings? The wargs? So you can play the entire game as Richter. That's cool. I love the music here. It's so heroic. So it's like you get two Castlevania games in one. You get this one and then the other one. And I'm dead. Well, I mean, that was my fun with Richter, I guess. No, but well, I'll give it a legitimate try, just at least to get to Dracula. Also, Azil, the YouTuber that I did that interview with, like, well, he interviewed me. He started a new channel that's like VR chat, like events and stuff that needs attention. So I was thinking about, like, maybe talking to him about, like, maybe promoting my my interview stuff, because you know, he's got a lot of influence within the VR chat community. So I'd love to see if he could help me maybe get my interviews out there. Because the next interview I have is Cheryl Chase, the voice actress of Angelica from Rugrats. I mean, I'm going to try to get other people in for interviews too. Probably when I get off stream tonight, I'm gonna contact Quentin Flynn and see if he's willing to do an interview. Because that'd be cool to have the voice actor of Axel on stream, and Raiden and so on. But, not just him, but I also want to see about getting a hold of Xemnas' voice actor as well, because he's also Wamu and Dyer in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You can even sequence break some areas since he has some of the same mobility stuff that Alucard does. If you're fast enough, you can get outside the castle gate while it's closing and get stuck outside. Poor Richter. Like, Richter is just like... You can just torture the poor man. No death here. So death can't take my weapons away. Oh yeah, like, because I don't have the double jump because I was spoiled by it. But is there really like any story difference though, like playing as Richter, or does it just kind of like let you play like the sequences without dialogue? No story difference. Okay. So it's kind of just like a bonus mode, kind of like in Devil May Cry 3 where you can play as Virgil. Like, there's no real story difference, just a bonus cutscene. Oh yeah, so you don't even fight Dracula then. Yeah, it just starts you off where Alucard was, so you don't even fight Dracula then. Because this is where Alucard was when I first started. But I definitely am having a bit of an easier time starting out as Richter because his whip still kills everything. Yeah. Nope. The game ends as soon as you beat Shaft and you got auto-modded. See, I knew Shaft was like, it could be considered an inappropriate name. Like, oh, he got shafted. He is a shaft. He was a very long and hard shaft. Well, I mean, I apparently the shaft wasn't long and hard enough because I was able to kill him fairly easily. But yeah, like, honestly, that grinding to get the Chrysogrim was worth it because it just erased him as a boss. Automod is great! So you know what, chat? We still got a lot of time, so I tell you what, I might switch a little bit to Kingdom Hearts then. Play a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 2 while we still have time. So let me go ahead and switch over to that real quick, and while I do that, I will play some nice and... Oh, what was the other thing? Shaft is also the name of an old action movie hero who's a bad motherfucker. I'm glad that you stopped yourself because it would have auto-modded you. What was the other thing, Tasty? If you name yourself Axe Armor? Okay, I can do that real quick. I haven't started anything yet. Because it should still automatically bring the game up. But what's good is that because I also have access to... I now have access to PlayStation games because I can play PlayStation stuff now. Okay, it's when you do, you fight Dracula like normal, but check Alucard's inventory after the battle. Axe Armor. Axe Armor. Axe Armor. Okay. Wonder what happens here. Journey back to 1798 or 1792. I've already watched that cutscene. Can I, like, go back and go into other parts of the castle? No. Yeah, it's cool, because there's similar things in Majora's Mask, I believe. It was either Majora's Mask or Ocarina. If you name your character a certain way, it will, in Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, the star formations will be different depending on your name. So each time you launch the game, you have your own unique star formation, which is really kind of sweet.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh.
I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk.
How about you? Is it just me, or am I not hitting him? Or can I only hit him in the head? Yeah. It's like I went through this entire game and then I'm sucking at the very first boss. If you want to end it quick, press Y. And then I can just do this. Oh yeah, he's not even gonna land.
No, it cannot be.
Dracula's voice actor's audio peaked. They're so hard. Okay, skip that. So you said check Alucard's inventory after the battle. His armor slot specifically. Okay. Axe Lord armor? Where it becomes an Axe Knight? What? What? What the fuck? Can I throw stuff too? What the fuck? What is this nonsense? Yeah, and I'm getting juggled by the zombies because I weigh like a sack of bricks here. What is this? Oh, this is horrible. Oh, can I even get past this room? And you can barely even jump too. Yeah, like look at this. Yeah. It's like a child trying to jump up to get the cookie jar. It's like, Mom, can I have some cookies, please? Why in the world would anybody want to do this? I'm gonna drown here. Like I can't get back up because of the armor. I think this is a fitting end. The man from The Wizard of Oz went in the wrong castle. No kidding. See, what was especially great about that is that Alucard also said, "What?" at the same time as me. That's fantastic. Okay, so like I said, since we've got a little bit more time, I will play a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 2, because I am going to grind a little bit. But that being said, though, this gives time for anybody who wants to do some stuff for the Community Showcase. Just send that into my Discord server in the appropriate channel. And I'll show that at the end of the stream. Okay, updated that. So, I believe that that Cavern of Remembrance or whatever, isn't that in Agrabah? Where was that location? Yeah, it was it was in Agrabah. I remember now. Because if I go there, I can grind there. Because since we finished Kingdom Hearts 2 and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, basically the next games that we're gonna do are I'm trying to find that area where you grind from that video you sent me, because it was suggested at the Cavern of Remembrance or whatever. Putting in the VRC photos like last night, but I feel kind of bad because there's so many good ones. No, send as many as you want, Big. Like, I fully advocate for that. But like, there was that area that I was able to grind in. I just don't remember exactly where it was. Let's see. Let me see where that location is from that video. Oh yeah, I've also got the Olympus Cups to do. Or the Underworld Cups. So we can do the Hades Cups first, because I don't get experience from those. Plus we get to see our boy Orin again. Okay, those are the two cups that I've got, so let me talk to them. The Titan Cup. A solo fight using Sora. Sora can use summons alone in this tournament. Sure.
Yeah, this is it. It's over. It's over.
Let's go with Stitch, my boy. I love Stitch. He's so cute. He's literally breaking the fourth wall. He's on my screen. Sora's breaking the fourth wall now. Oh, that's cute. I love that.
Yeah. Take this.
Oh great, these things.
Yeah. Back off. Make some room.
Hey, Genie has his own Keyblade.
This is it. Yeah. This is it.
Nice.
Heal.
I thought those were Reptar for a second, because it's the same exact color palette as Reptar.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Back off. Yeah. It's over. This is it. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
There. Yeah. This is it. It's over. Yeah.
I'm also using Tasty's favorite Keyblade, the Oblivion.
Give me
Peter Pan!
Sora! Our turn?
Tinkerbell!
It's over. Take that. Gotta fly. This is it. Yeah.
Cool.
Back off.
Oh, I hate these things so much.
It's over.
Spamming flame balls
This is
that are also auto-targeting me!
yeah. Back off. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
I tell you what, though, this is very much a comfort game now. Like, this is a game that I just come back to and just play just to take out, like, some frustration.
Make some room.
Did I win? Did I lose? What happened? What happened? Okay.
It's over. Yeah. It's over. It's over. Yeah.
That was really bizarre what just happened there. It's okay though, I'll give it one more good try. And then I'll move on to the that other area.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Back off. Yeah.
Okay, so if you lose like a certain amount of points or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it at this point.
This is it. This is it.
I also like how some of the nobodies have like the same mechanics as the Organization 13 bosses too.
Yeah, this is it.
So it kind of prepares you when you fight them later.
Take this. Yeah. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. It's over. This is it.
So honestly, like, I hope everyone's had a good night so far, because I'm really happy to have been able to stream and finish Symphony of the Night, and I hope everyone's been doing well tonight.
Freeze. Yeah. Heal. Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Back off. Yeah.
Like I said, being able to unwind here has made this a good night. Absolutely. Especially after a hard work week.
It's over. Yeah. This is it. It's over. Yeah. Give me strength. Sora!
Chicken Little, though.
I can do this. Hold it.
They're aliens, man!
Take this.
It's been very nice, just chilling and relaxing. Good.
This is it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. This is it. Hold it. Prepare to hurt. Yeah. Freeze.
Those hanging out with Kamikaze Mixtape before this, just chatting and vibing to music. Yeah, Kamikaze's good people. Like, I love Kamikaze. Like, they do a lot of good work, and their music's great, and I hope that, like, with their other, like, Twitch channel where they've been, like, streaming, like, Hollow Knight and stuff, I really hope that, like, they feel confident in doing that, because, like, I think they have a really good voice for it, and they're really friendly, and, I think his side stream that he's been doing has been really good, so if he's not been feeling confident about that lately, well, I really enjoyed his gaming streams.
Let's go. Here. Hold it. Prepare to hurt. This is it. Yeah.
Good time whether you stream music or games, yeah. I mean, it's interesting whenever you have like a multi-faceted streamer, because like I'm kind of that way too, because like I'll do mostly gaming stuff, but then I'll also do like the interviews and such, because that's my personal passion.
Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Take this.
I agree, he's got a great voice and it's very comforting to me. Yeah. Oh, it's Herc.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over. Take this. Yeah. Take this.
I didn't want to body Hercules, but okay.
Back off. This is it. Let's go. Here. Prepare to hurt. This is it. It's over.
That was the great hero of Olympus, ladies and gentlemen. Hercules. He used the same attacks that he did in the first game, so he was very predictable.
We did it.
Like, that was not hard at all. A shield with great strength and defense. Quickly revives wielder when fallen and restores much of their HP. Nice! Then Goofy got a new shield. Is there more? The Goddess of Fate Cup. Fight alongside your friends. There's no special rules in this tournament. Okay. Sure. It's a free-for-all. There are no rules and anything goes. Each battle will have different objectives and surprises.
Give me strength. This is it. Yeah. Back off. Okay.
Probably should have used a different form for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna revert.
Heal.
Good lord!
Take this. Take this. This is it. Back off.
Any ideas for other PS1 games you might stream after your Mori and such? Not sure. Because, like I said, I was never a PlayStation person growing up, so I don't really know a lot about Sony's games. Save for, like, the big names. But, like, yeah, I'd love some suggestions if you've got some. Because a lot of games that I know of that I wanted to play came out in the PS2 era, like God of War, for example.
Light. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Back off. Yeah. It's over.
The Tetris game on PS1 that my parents used to play, don't remember what it's called, though.
Back off.
Well, there is what was that one game, like that rhythm game that had the bunny in it? The name was like Vibery or something? That was on PS1. Vib Ribbon, yeah!
Heal. It's over. Back off.
That one's fun because you can turn your own songs into levels. Yeah, like that's something that I would like to try.
Give me strength. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Spyro's high on my recommendation list. Okay. But should I play the original Spyro or should I play the remasters? Because I think you actually bought me the remasters. Like the Reignited trilogy or what have you. Both are good? Okay.
This is it. Heal. This is it.
Yeah, just more things to add to the backlog. Defeat the enemies before the time runs out.
It's over. Freeze. Freeze.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Yep, that's okay though. So, from here, I will go to Radiant Garden. Oh, there's one more thing right here. Okay, let me look at my Discord and see where the locations of the pages are. Because Stacy sent them to me last night. Disney Castle, Library, Pride Lands, the Oasis, Hollow Bastion, the Crystal Fissure, the Land of Dragons, the Throne Room, and Agrabah, and the Ruins Chamber. So I'm guessing that the one that I didn't get was an Agrabah, maybe? I don't know exactly which page I'm missing. Let's try Agrabah first. Actually, no, let's go to, let's do this in order. So let's go to Mulan's world first and go to the throne room, and then just teleport. Okay, so I have gotten the chests in here, so... Okay, so it's not in Mulan's world. Let's try Disney Castle next, which is in the library. No? Don't see anything in the library that could be a torn page. So, I guess it's not here either. The next one would be Agrabah the Ruins Chamber. I like how I can just go to the save points. Yep, it was this one.
Okay.
Yep, that was the last page of the Winnie the Pooh book, so let's go back to Radiant Garden. So I can do the last page of the Winnie the Pooh book. Oh, bother. Are you alright? Sora, is that you? Help! Poor Pooh got honey stuck on his head. Tremendously increases maximum AP. Nice. I think I'll do, Combo Plus. And Reaction Boost. Oh, we gotta get that honey off of Pooh's head. Sora, is that you, Sora? Help! Let's help him. No, I'm not gonna leave him be. Help Pooh out of the honey. Why can't we just take it off his head? Press Y to stop the power gauge and begin swinging. Press Y while swinging to choose the direction to send the pot flying. Wait, we gonna throw Pooh there? No!
Oh my.
Already failed. Just take it off his head! Yank! Great job, hero. I know, right? Okay. So I have to get like a bunch of power and throw. There we go. We rescued the little lad.
What were you doing here?
I was thinking, perhaps there's a way to make it so you won't go away.
You mean a way to make me stay?
Yes. Would there be such a thing as a way to make it so you don't go away again?
Pooh. Don't worry. I promise I'll come back and visit you now and then.
Could you make it now and now instead? That seems a bit better to me. Sora, if I go looking for you, will I find you?
I'll always be with you. Right here.
Aww.
You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay here, and you can see me anytime you want.
You mean I just have to stay right here?
Poos, that's
Yep,
called
that's
stalking.
Would you promise?
Promise.
I promise too.
And so do Rue and I.
We sure do.
You're welcome to visit us anytime, Sora.
Thanks.
After all, I must tell you of my Uncle Albert's adventures at sea.
Guess you'll be staying a while.
Goodbye, Sora.
Thanks, Gopher.
If you ever get lonely, just start bouncing and think of your pal Tigger.
I will, Tigger.
You're leaving?
Yes, I really have to go.
Well, I won't be sad, because you'll always be right here forever and ever, right, Sora?
And all of you are right here too.
Oh, that's so
See ya.
sweet. That's so sad. Oh. Oh. It's like instead of Christopher Robin, it's Sora. That is so incredibly cute. I love it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where that... Maybe it's the computer? No. Okay, because there was an area here that I was going to check out that was exclusive to the final mix version, so let me see where it is. Let's see. I'm just not sure how to get there. Because there's a place called the Cavern of Remembrance that is in Radiant Garden. Maybe I just can't get there yet because I haven't beat Marluxia, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, hi, Luden Reborn. Sleep Lurk. Yeah, please tell me where to go. Go back to the world map? Okay. Yep, rest well, Luden. Top right one? Okay. Hole in the wall? Yeah. Ah, here we go.
Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Ooh, an AP boost. Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, this is it.
Who knew this was under Radiant Garden the whole time? Aw, no! Now I gotta go all the way over there. That's okay, though, because there's a chest over here. Getting a lot of enemies from the Timeless River. I hate invincibility frames. There we go. When it's not to my benefit, that is.
Heal. It's over.
Oh great, it's those enemies again. I heard the car. Where is it?
Let's go.
Even the one I don't use has a lot of utility whenever I do use it. Except for these damn invincibility frames on those cars! There we go. Get him, Goofy!
It's over.
Do these enemies just keep spawning? Because if that's the case, well, I'm gonna take a shortcut. What? Was that Goofy? No, it was an enemy. No, I fell! Oh, no! Okay, fall down here, jump up there. Okay. Cabin of Remembrance Mine Shaft. Another AP boost.
Back off. Yeah. Take this. Heal. Back off. Yeah. Back off.
It's cool that this was here, and I just like it's kind of like almost an endgame-esque level. Okay, so I've got a... Can I jump on that? No. So what we will start off with is Cranberry's photos. Well, if it would let me capture them. There we go. So, according to Cranberry's notes here, this is from the charity stream. The poorly drawn Pokemon Yen did and the cursed pizza. Extra cheese and Alfredo sauce? I mean, that's not too terrible, but extra pineapple, peppers, and you know what? That doesn't actually sound that bad, but I'm also really hungry, so let's take a look. I'm guessing that's Moflare, Mimikyu, and then the one from Sword and Shield. I don't remember the name of it. The wolf, like one of the wolves from Sword and Shield. But it's cute, though. Like, I love that. Look at the little smiley face. There's a wheel that was spun every time a donation was made. One of the prizes, poorly drawn Pokemon. Hey, I love it, though. Oh, we got a Glaceon! Not quite an Umbreon, but same, like, still part of the evolution line, so if Trends was still here, she'd do the Pokemon off memory. Oh, so these are Yan's drawings. Oh, look at the Snorlax! I'm actually not sure what this one's supposed to be, but I mean, I guess that's the point of having poorly drawn Pokemon, is that, you know, you're not supposed to really know what they are. But I love this Snorlax, it's really cute. That's a Totodile. I know Totodile when I see one. Hey, Snorlaxes are chill. I love Snorlax. And then this is the Abomination Pizza, which is, again, pineapple, Philly cheesesteak, Alfredo sauce, and a bunch of other toppings. But still, it's nice. I'd still eat it. And then this is the charity stream results. So, Yan's charity stream, winter 2024, raised $871.96 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. That is incredible. Like, I think that is... We got to make her curse pizza. Oh, so that was for Yan. But still, incredible work, Cranberry and Yan's community. That is awesome that you raised that much money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. That is a cause that is very important to my heart because I've had experiences with suicidal thoughts and tendencies in my past. So it is just really great to see people recognizing that people have these struggles and they need some help. And it's never shameful to go ask for help. And I've had those struggles a lot in the past, especially with my upbringing and how that really affected me and affected my perception of compliments towards me and stuff. So it's a very important cause to me, and I'm really grateful that I could have contributed to that in my small way by giving the GoPro to Cranberry, and thank you for helping me be part of that. So next up, we've got some pictures from Big in this world. I think it was called like Chromatic Cityscape or something. I don't remember what the name of the world was, but it was really cool. It kind of had like this cyberpunk aesthetic, but it had this really weird color scheme to it. But Big is already a very talented photographer, and just seeing him like go to town with the VR chat camera without the limitations of physical placements and being able to have his camera fly anywhere, like, you can get some crazy good shots in VR chat. So this world was really cool, but it kind of made me sick after a while just because, like, your colors would consistently shift. But just look at this. This is cool. You can see, like, the little droplets in the water from the rain and stuff. Like, it was really cool. Like, I actually took a few photos myself of me just standing here, which you can see in the Discord server. Just me, like, standing there with my Organization 13 robe. But I really love the environmental shots you get, Big, because really almost all of your photos are wallpaper worthy, because I could definitely see them as being like the wallpapers that you'd see on like a new version of Windows or something. Yeah, because look at this. Like, there's so much depth here. Because when you look up here, you see this bridge here, and then this bridge right here, but that one's in the distance, so it's kind of like furthest away, closer, and then closest. So, like, there's stories to be told from the images. And I believe that's, I don't know if that's leading lines or what photographic technique that is, but So this one leads me to that one, which leads me to this, which leads me to that inevitably. So, again, excellent work. I'm assuming you took this at an angle or directly up, because I'm confused as to... Yeah, it's directly up because of, obviously, the sun, because, you know, the sun is up. I really wish I'd flown up and got onto those bridges, because it probably would have been really cool, but then again, usually with worlds like that, if you're not intended to go up there, there's probably no collision. And I love how you have your little guy right here, too, so this is big right here below me. Yeah, I was wondering where you went for a little bit, but then I realized, oh, you're just taking some photos. And what's cool is, intentional or not, it looks like there is a person up here. So it looks like there's somebody up on the bridge. So that's what's really cool, is that it looks like Big is looking up to this person, but I don't know if that's just pareidolia or if there was somebody actually there, but still, that's really cool. Well, you definitely get a depth of perspective here. See, the way that this photo here is positioned, it almost kind of looks like a tunnel. So even though it's going directly up, it still kind of looks like a tunnel. There's a light dude there. Actually, I didn't realize it until I looked at the photos. Yeah. But what's cool about this one here is that it looked like it's directly up, but it could also be sideways like a tunnel, which is really cool. Yeah, and this world was really incredible, but don't go underwater, because when you went underwater, like, it just, like, was all blurry, and there were so many colors, and if you're sensitive to, like, bright lights, and if you're prone to epilepsy, like, it probably isn't the world to go to. Yeah, that's what I really love, is that a photographer by nature, you are able to use the tools that VR chat has, and you aren't restrained by the physical restraints of reality. You can put your camera anywhere you want, and that's what's awesome. Yeah, because, like, it's so cool to see how your style translates into a virtual space. Because, like, I can look at this photo and be like, yep, that's a big something photo. But that's a good thing, because I can see your style and the way that you see art in different ways. And for me, like, I like environmental shots, but I also like to include myself in the shots, because it's mine's more of like an adventurer's log. I clipped into a wall, took a photo of what I saw. Well, hey, that's an awesome photo that you took, Ben. But I like to kind of, like, do adventures, like a scrapbook of something. There's another light person up there. And I like how there's almost an even space between these two right here, so you kind of got, like, one that's a little further back in here, but still looks evenly spaced out. Ooh, that's cool. But the colors, again, the colors are just so all over the place that it's just like, it's really cool, but it did make me a little dizzy after a while. But I really liked it. I mean, it was a cool world. Nice place to, like, it's something that you would never see in real life. And that's the, okay, that one's cool. Because look at this, you got the rainbow here, too. Because you'd never see stuff like this in the real world, and that's what's really cool about the virtual world, is that you're not limited by the restraints of physical reality. You can do whatever and go wherever you want to. And if it doesn't exist, you can create it. That's what's really incredible at things like VR chat and Resonite and all these other virtual platforms, is that you can do stuff like this. Yeah, like, you have a style. Like, just like Ken Burns has a style, just like, you know, like all these other famous photographers and filmmakers have a style. You've got a style. So, context of this photo, I think Crazy Wolf had made like a really terrible joke. So I just pulled out my lightning katana and I just started hitting him with it, because I can't actually hurt him in virtual reality. So I was just like, why won't this work? And I was just like hitting him with it over and over again. But I'm glad that I got a photo of me, because you get like a little bit of a saturated light blue. Oh, and then there's an above shot of me just hitting him with it. But that's my Organization 13 robe, showing my love to the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Yeah, that is really cool, because you get a sense of perspective about how high up we actually were. there's that light person again. Are you sure that's not just me, like, wearing a fedora and just, like, looking upon things? Because, like, me being bright like that is something that I would do. Just observing. And then there's Crazy Wolf down there, and then this light person. And I like the, something that's a little obscure, but I like how it's, a parallel to, like, the shadow people. We've got the light people, because, like, in the shadow people, like, sightings and legends and stuff like that, there's the Hat Man. This reminds me of the Hat Man of the shadow people, but it's a light person instead. So it's cool. And the rainbow just adds so much to this. It's a double rainbow! It's a double rainbow all the way across the sky! Shows me that I'm getting older, because some of my younger audience probably wouldn't understand that meme. But, yeah, like, I love that. What does it mean? Yes, you understand it! Yeah, like, oh man, like, that brings back a lot of memories. Because even Black Ops 1 and Nuketown made a double rainbow because of that meme. And again, we've got another photo that's evenly spaced, so what I really like is that it's evenly spaced. So, it almost looks like an optical illusion. So when you look forward and then you see the background, like, do you see the two shapes first, or do you see the background in the center? So you've got these two parts here and then the background. So it's like, it's three parts. So if you inverted this photo's colors, it would look substantially different. So I love this because it's all, like, all of the elements of the image mend well with each other. And you've even got this connecting part right here that makes it all part of one thing. So it's not just like, oh, two pillars. You've got this little line here that connects it all together into one really cool element. So if that is all that everyone has to submit for the community showcase, I will go ahead and call it a stream here. I'm glad that I got to finish a classic game such as Symphony of the Night, and thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your help, Tasty. I never would have probably beaten that game without your help. And I just felt kind of sad that I cheesed Dracula, but hey, I mean, if it's a feature, it is not cheating. So, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to raid out to Game Wizard. It looks like he's playing Pal World. Wiz is another spirit. He doesn't use his Sona on stream very much, but he is another spirit like myself. He's a very interesting spirit because he actually has a mouth. And he also wears a top hat, and he has two different colors. So go give your love and support to Wiz. They are a sweetheart, and they deserve all the head pats. So I'll be seeing you in the next stream. Well, I'll either start Chrono Trigger or Yomawari. So I'll be seeing you in either the Dark Realms of Yomawari or, well, the Dark Realms of Chrono Trigger. So have a good night. Love all of you. Have a sweet one. Bye-bye.